Executive Director of Fuse, and we are celebrating our 5th year anniversary. And with me are folks that have been with us from the very beginning, and so we thought we would wrap up this week and wrap up Greece with sort of our top 5 memories of the company. And since they've been around since forever, I'll let you guys introduce yourselves.
I'm Lydia Patton.
I'm Anna George.
I'm Alayna Patton.
Still Karen Nave. So we're just going to do kind of a joint top 5 here of sort of our favorite memories from being with the company. And Lyd, you can start.
All right. One of my favorite memories is from the show Fiddler on the Roof. And in the show, I was playing the fiddler. And the very end of the show, it's kind of a sad ending. Everyone has to leave their home on a tevka, and it's a solemn last scene. And Tevya, the main character, is left on stage. And my character came on the stage and saw him there, and then I got on the back of his wagon and he took me off stage while I played the fiddle, and it was a nice, it was like an emotional scene. And the first time we ever did this was Tech Week, and they had just made this wagon and I think
We fixed it because we were borrowing it, so we fixed it.
Yeah, something was up with it though that we didn't anticipate, and so we're doing the scene. It's all emotional, and I go to get on the back of his wagon. He's gonna drag me off stage in it, and I sit there, and then he starts going, and all of a sudden you hear this, we're like, what in the world is that? Something with the wheels or something. But either way, I tried so hard to keep it together because it was this scene that I was supposed to be emotional for, but it was so hard to keep a straight face when we squeaked the entire way off stage for a long time. So I just think that's so funny. It's one of my favorite memories. We got the wheels to work, by the way. It was fine, but that was just hilarious.
Okay, my top favorite memory is from 25th Annual Putnam Spelling Bee, which was Fuse's first student-directed production. I co-directed with Hannah Weichel, and I was probably the oldest person in the cast, except for 3 people, and I think it was just us 3 that had our licenses the oldest, and everyone else was little, sophomores and younger. And at the end of every rehearsal, there would be 5 different kids that came to me and would be like, "Can I have a ride home?" So I got to take my bus route and drop off an assortment of different kids every night, and it was the most fun. We sang together and talked about everything, and I loved it a ton.
It's so cute.
Well, you're the mom.
I love to be
that
a mom.
show. Yeah, 100%. I mean, mine. We joke a lot that when a show ends, I just immediately forget anything that happened in the show, and just move on to the next one. But for me, I think I will for sure always remember that very first show when we did All Shook Up, and it was kind of the first foot forward for the company, and we didn't really know what the company was going to be at that time. We weren't sure if we had any sort of chance at longevity. We just, it was kind of just, I want to do this. This is how I want to do it, and let's see what happens. And for me, all of that and everything that went into it, but that very first night, opening night, and I remember walking into the green room and everybody was circled up and had probably just done a warm-up or some silly thing that I wasn't a part of, and I just remember walking in and went to give sort of my little speech, but had everyone looking at me and just being overwhelmed with sort of a feeling of just unconditional support from folks who, a lot of people, now everybody kind of knows me, but at the time, a lot of people were new to the company or new to me and, had no reason to believe what I was doing was going to work or turn out or be any kind of quality. So just that feeling of everybody sort of being there and wanting, the show to be its very best, not only for them, as members of the cast and crew, but I think for me, and that's a feeling I will take with me probably till the day I die, and just I wish everybody that feeling of just being surrounded by so many people who just want the very best for you and work their tail off because they understood the vision and what our mission was going to be, and it's a warm fuzzy feeling for sure. Whenever I think about that and just looking out at everybody's faces.
Such an awesome show.
That was a good show.
I was starting the company off
I
with a
didn't know
bang,
how
that's
we were
for sure.
Too high a bar.
Yeah.
One of my favorite memories is from Once Upon a Mattress, which we did last year. That was such a fun show for me. It was actually at the cast party that this took place, where everyone's, which by the way, Fuse has awesome cast parties. Another reason to do a show. They're so much fun. But we were all at the party afterwards at someone's house, and one of our adult cast members, so if you don't know, Fuse has all ages, we have parts for everybody, and one of the adult cast members came up to me, and she goes, I just wanted to thank you, and everybody else in the cast for making me feel welcome, even though I'm quite a bit older than most of the people in the cast. And she starts crying, and it was just about the sweetest thing that, it was just so nice. She gave me a big hug, and she just said, I just want to thank you and the company just for making me feel so good, and for having, such a positive environment, even for someone that's not in college or high school or middle school. And it was such a sweet moment. It's such a huge compliment, for the company.
Well, we try. I think so. You guys have been around since the beginning and done many shows with us, and in different capacities of different things as well, not just necessarily on stage, but behind the scenes. I think you've all gotten a glimpse and a taste of that. And so to just wrap this up, my the top 5 part of it for me has been 100%. Just knowing you guys since you were like little baby sprouts and like freshmen who were 14 and like, okay, we don't even know what's happening, we're here. And watching you guys sort of take on more responsibility and help the company grow. And that's been sort of watching you guys grow up into super competent and amazing adults, and help carry this on, because goodness knows I definitely couldn't have done it by myself, but having you guys sort of be there from the beginning and seeing that has been my favorite part about the company of all time is that part. And we got little kids now that have been doing stuff with us since they were in like 4th or 5th grade. They're like, I'm in high school now, and you're like, oh boy. So for me, that's been kind of the best part about Fuse, has just been sort of being a part of your guys' lives, briefly or longer, and I appreciate that endlessly. So that's our top 5. Thank you for celebrating and seeing Greece this weekend. We have a great time, and I'm very lucky to be surrounded by people who love what they do and allow me to do what I love. So happy anniversary, Fuse, and thanks so much.